Welcome, my cheese-filled hearts. How you doing today? We've got Bloons TD battles, and we're going to continue on with our individual tower series. What does this mean for us? Well, it means that we're going to talk about the pink, delicious Tack Shooter. Oh, one of the only towers they gave that is surprisingly pink and different and weird. How are we going to use him? Fairly effectively. That's what we're going to do today. So we're going to play a quick play. We're going to go Shazam. We're going to play some Assault mode. And we're going to talk about when we should use him, how we should use him, what towers we should use with him, and all the stuff, all of the upgrades and everything that we want to use and or not use. So we're going to go Dart Monkey, we're going to go Tac Shooter, we're going to go Banana Farm, and that's going to be our main loadout for today. We can mix him up. We can use the Tac Shooter with a lot of different things. But I usually like to stick with Dart Monkeys just because they are so universal and they can be used in a lot of effective ways. So as far as starting off with the Tac Shooter, probably not the best thing in most situations. It is, of course, possible, but usually I prefer to start off with something else. But today I'm going to try my best anyways to use the Tac Shooter and hopefully in a sort of effective way in the very beginning of the game. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, I'm going to do the exact same thing that I normally do in most situations. We're going to get a 1-0 Banana Farm, then as soon as we can, we're going to forward a 0-0 Tac Shooter, and eventually get him up to 3-0 fairly quickly, depending on if he rushes us with red balloons or not rushes us at all. So here we go, we got our Tac Shooter really quick. Right in the middle here, and he is going to rush us, so we're going to have to get some fast stuff over here. We're going to go for even faster shooting, and then we're going to have to go for a 3-0 Tac Shooter, which, like I said, as you can tell right now, what are we doing? We're popping most of the balloons, but we are going to lose some lives in the very beginning of the game here. Will the Dart Monkey lose lives? Not as many. Not as many. But once we get a 3-0 Tac Shooter, check this shiznit out. None of these balloons are going to get through, at least for right now. Once we get blues and stuff coming out against us, maybe the game will change just a little bit. But as you can tell, we're down to about 100 lives right now, so things are not going perfect for us. But I still want to get my second Banana Farm. So, does the Tac Shooter actually work in most levels? I would say yes. In most levels, he does indeed work. But does he work on all levels? No. He does not work on all levels. There's a lot of levels where he's just not that effective. So here we go. We got all these guys. I'm going to get a 1-0 Banana Farm, and we're going to go for another Dart Monkey. We got to clean up the rest of these balloons that are going to leak through these things. So there we go. We've got our quick Dart Monkey. We're going to go for a 0-3 Dart Monkey as well. So as you can tell, so far, not going too bad. You know, we still got our second Banana Farm up, we still got our Dart Monkey going, we still got our Tac Shooter going, and we didn't lose that many lives overall. But in most levels, there's little tiny, like, areas where you can put the Tac Shooter. So where should you put him? Anywhere where there's, like, a crevasse. There's a little area where, like, the balloons are supposed to go around it in a little tiny area. That is the best place to put it. Of course, there's bigger areas as well, like, if you guys know the golf level with the water hazard, if you guys know that level where there's, like, it's like a golf map, basically, there's an area where, like, you can use a Ring of Fire really, really effectively, but overall, I mean, it's still not that effective. So it's actually going to rush us with some greens now. Whoa! Whoa, man, so we're going to go for another Tac Shooter over here. I'm going to get a Tac Shooter there, I'm going to get a Tac Shooter here, and we're going to get both of these guys up. Believe it or not, we're going to go up to the right-sided upgrade, a Blade Shooter. Blade Shooters. Oh my goodness. But they're kind of expensive, as you can plainly see. The cool thing about the Blade Shooters is they're fairly good against group balloons, so that's why I like to use them every once in a while. If I'm going for a mostly Tac Shooter strategy, I like to get these guys. So it looks like he might rush us with yellows. I don't know. It looks like he is going to rush us with yellows. As you can tell, with the Blade Shooter and the 3-0 Tac Shooter and the Dart Monkey, we easily take down all of those balloons he's sending against us. So we talked about, like, where we should put him and everything. Obviously, you guys can tell. Put them in a little crevasse. They don't have that much range. The thing about Dart Monkeys is you don't want them to be attacking two areas, like almost every other tower in the history of the world. Most of the time, you're thinking, like, you don't really care how many places they're attacking. You just want them to destroy everything in one little tiny area. They're good at stopping things like regrows. Look at that. He's trying to send out regrows against me. What is this guy doing? I don't even know. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go for a Ring of Fire really quick. But we have to be careful because the biggest issue with the Tac Shooters is a lack of camo detection. They can pop leads, they can do a lot of cool stuff, but they cannot pop camos. Unless you put them right inside the range of a monkey village or something, they cannot pop camos. So you have to be very, very careful with that. So we're going to go for a little bit of camo detection over here. We're going to go for triple dart there, and we're going to go for one of these guys, and we can pop leads. We can't pop camo leads yet. If it was an absolute emergency, I'd switch over to a Juggernaut somehow. But we're just kind of chilling. We're just letting him try and rush us with anything he wants, and just let the game flow, I suppose. So we'll get one Juggernaut. I'll just put him right in the middle here. And we're going to get him up as soon as we can. As soon as we can afford it. But But now we need to start talking about the upgrades to the Tack Shooter. I know it's been a little while already. I'm mostly just showing you guys like how to use the Tack Shooter in sort of effective ways in most situations. As you can tell, get a Ring of Fire in a sort of effective spot. Maybe use a little bit of blades in there if you need to for grouped popping power before you get the Ring of Fire. And kind of just combine him with a bunch of stuff. Just combine them. Get some extra cam protection in there. And overall, we have a very, very good strategy going for us. We have a couple Dart Monkeys in here, we have a couple Tack Shooters, and I feel pretty darn good about myself. So far, at least. So let's talk about the upgrades. Alright, so we're going to talk about the left-sided upgrades first, because they are the more important upgrades, in my opinion. You have the 0-0 Tack Shooter, which of course costs $360. So there we go. We finally see the camo LEDs coming out against us, but that's not going to do anything now that we have a Juggernaut. Nor the camo pinks. Again, kind of silly of him to rush us with that stuff. But the 0-0 Tack Shooter is not that effective as a tower. No, not really. It's, like, in battles, no. I mean, in BTD 5, maybe, but in battles, no. Don't use the 0-0 Tack Shooter. He's not good. How about a 1-0 Tack Shooter? Not so much. I'm trying to stay away from the 1-0 Tack Shooter in most situations. But a 2-0 Tack Shooter is a little bit different. You can actually use a 2-0 Tack Shooter in a lot of sort of effective ways. If you're going to go for a Tack Shooter, the speed increase between a 1-0 Tack Shooter and 2-0 Tack Shooter is quite dramatic, and it makes it a lot better. So get a 2-0 Tack Shooter at least, and usually, why not, if you're going to go for a Tack Shooter, go for a 3-0 Tack Shooter. You not only already have that speed, you're only spending $500 to double his amount of pop power that he can have. He goes to 16 shots, 8 shots to 16 shots. So it obviously is a lot. It's a lot of shots that you got going out there. So they can pop 16 balloons per thingamabob. So that's pretty awesome. And he shoots pretty reasonably fast and everything, so overall, I like the Tack Shooters up to 3-0. That's like the main Tack Shooter that I use in a lot of situations. Then, moving up even further, we have the 4-0 Tack Shooter. This is the Ring of Fire. Usually, whenever I get the Ring of Fire, I highly recommend extra range, super range, which we'll talk about in just a second. But for... Oh, there he is. Man, he's going to rush me with a Moab. No, do I even need the battle energy? I guess I'll use the battle energy. There you go. We easily annihilate those things. I'll go for one more... You know what? Let's do it like this. We're going to sell this guy. I'm going to go for one more Tack Shooter right here. And one more Tack Shooter right here. And we're going to go for a few more just baby Dart Monkeys over here. 1, 2. Oh, man, I didn't mean to get that guy. But I guess Juggernaut couldn't hurt. So, why not? I guess we'll just get him. I meant to get a 2-3. But I accidentally tapped one time extra. But the Ring of Fire is the cool one. The thing about the Ring of Fire is he really doesn't have, within reason, an upper limit amount of pops that you're going to have to pop in battles. Most of the time, the Ring of Fire is just going to annihilate every single balloon that goes inside of its range, up until including ceramics. Ceramics, they're not so great against ceramics because it takes 10 shots just to get rid of the ceramic layer. So a Ring of Fire, I mean, usually the ceramics aren't lasting that long inside the range of that thing. But against lower level balloons, you know, it doesn't matter how many balloons are inside the range of it. Again, within reason. I don't remember exactly how many balloons it can pop per, fire. I think it's 100 or 300 or something like that. Like, it's a lot of balloons. Like, you're usually not going to hit that maximum limit. But that is the Ring of Fire for you. He's a very good tower, very good against group balloons, and overall, I highly recommend him in a lot of battles to stop a lot of the things that kill a lot of people. Zebras, regrow zebras, regrow rainbows. A lot of those things that a lot of people are just like, I don't know how to beat them. Ring of Fire, man. Use the Ring of Fire. You will annihilate a lot of them. I'm going to go for my second Ring of Fire over here. Just in case, because those balloons are getting kind of crazy. He's actually having some problems against these naturals right now, because he rushed us with so many things already. And we're just going to say, alright, it's getting kind of late in the game. Let's go for a few more of these Dart Monkeys. We're just going to sell our farms. Could try and rush him right now, but that's not the point of the game. He's going for pinks against me. What is he doing? This guy obviously doesn't really understand what's going on right now. So there we go. We got a bunch of Dart Monkeys over here. Chicka chicka boom boom. And that's going to help us out a ton. Alright, so now we need to talk about the right-sided upgrades. Unless you absolutely need it, the range upgrades are not that good. I mean, if you have a Ring of Fire, if you have a really good Tack Shooter, yeah, okay, get the range upgrades. But is it 2-0, 3-0 Tack Shooter? Probably not. Probably not, unless you need it where there's like an area where you want to put them where there is a circle, but it's like a very big circle where the Tack Shooter really can't reach unless you get those upgrades. It's like the only reason you would upgrade it, but it really doesn't increase his popping power at all. It really doesn't change that much. You're really not trying to attack multiple areas. So as long as something goes in the range of the Tack Shooter, he is shooting out the maximum popping power that he can already. So that's why I feel like the range upgrades are kind of bad overall. They're really not worth it in both situations. They're not bad, they're just not worth it to go for them. So there we go, we ended up killing this guy with natural balloons. The natural balloons ended up killing him. So we're going to play another game really quick, and we're going to talk about the right-sided upgrades now. Go quick play. We're gonna go Shazam, Assault Mode. And who do we get today? Let's see. I only got 2 battle energy right now, too. Let's go. I feel like I should just be eating some snails right now. Have a little mustache on me. Maybe wearing some weird black and white striped things. Not because I'm from prison, but I don't know. I feel like that's what they do, like mimes from France. This is 24 and 10. Ooh, this is the worst texture level in the entire world. Guess what I have to do, guys? I have to skip it, and I officially have 0... Oh, okay. Okay. I guess that works for us. I get my 2 battle energy back, but I had to skip that level. That was the worst level ever for Tac Shooters. Which would be very upsetting to have to show you guys that. But nonetheless, I think, you know what, sometimes it actually pops up to the exact same map as you just played, which is kind of stupid. I really hope they don't make us play Hydro Dam. Alright, so the right-sided upgrades. Again, the first 2 are just range upgrades. It's like $100, like 200 bucks. Like, alright, man, I guess it helps out a little bit. But overall, whatever you want to do with those things. But then once we get to the Blade Shooter, this is where it gets kind of interesting. The Blade Shooter is extremely... Okay, maybe not extremely. He's overpriced. The Blade Shooter, he's just overpriced. Nobody uses the Blade Shooter. And there's good reasons why. He's just not that good. I mean, I'd prefer a 3-0 Tac Shooter. He's better against most things. Shoots out 16 shot. The Blade Shooter, like I said, he's alright, but he just does not get used very well. So we're going to go Bam Shazam, Shazizzle, and we get the Monkey Ace. Alright, that's fine, I guess. We still have 1 battle energy left. We'll make sure we use it smart. But the Blade Shooter, yeah, I just don't like him. He pops group balloons a little bit better, but he's also super duper expensive. So, like, is it really worth it to go for a Blade Shooter? In all honesty, just spam 3-0 Tac Shooters. You're much better off. Much better off. But once we get up to the next upgrade, this is where it all changes. Oh, crap. I forgot to put my banana farm. Oh, crap. That was way too late. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to have a lot of problems today. Oh, my goodness. We actually lasted there. So we're going to get a Dart Monkey there. Go Shazizzle, get the sharp shots, and I feel pretty reasonably good right now. We're losing some lives, but I really don't care about that. I really go for a second banana farm, and then start getting our 3-0 Tactical up for the pink balloons and everything. Perfect, absolutely perfect. So this guy's already got a 0-3 dart, or a 0-3 boomerang over there. What is up with that? That's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So we get here our second banana farm, Shazizzle, and we're gonna pop him up to a 1-0. Oh, I don't have enough money. There we go, more bananas. So the 0-4 Tac Shooter, oh my god, the Blade Maelstrom, the cheapest way to pop basically infinite balloons. No, it does not have infinite popping power, but yes, it pretty much is infinite popping power. There's almost no situations where you're going to be like, oh crap dude, I wish the Blade Maelstrom popped more balloons for me. No, that just doesn't happen. So, you know what, I kind of want to test it out, but I believe the Blade Maelstroms actually shoot out counterclockwise in this game compared to clockwise in BTD Battles Flash, which of course is just kind of nice to note every once in a while. It's just like, yeah, it really doesn't affect us that much, but it does help us out a little bit in very, very important situations. If you're an extremely skilled player, it might be nice to note that stuff. But that's the thing about the Blade Maelstrom. It's only like, what, 2,500 bucks, something like 2,800 bucks. So it's really not that expensive, less than $3,000. And it can pop almost infinite balloons. So what you really want to do is if you're going to use the Tac Shooter and you're planning on using him for a late game, yes, late game, not that much early game. If you're going to use him more late game, you just need something that can pop all the Moabs or the BFBs. Or the Oh My Gods. Pop those guys, balloon chippers or something like that. Pop all those things and spam some Blade Maelstroms in the back. And, oh, what the heck, man? What the heck? Why would he surrender? Why would he surrender? That's kind of lame. Alright, let's get another game in here. Oh, we actually... No, we didn't get our battle energy back from that either, which is even more terrible. More terrible. So, yeah, Blade Maelstrom, super duper awesome for the late game. Highly recommend them. They're just absolutely amazing. I love them. I love Blade Maelstrom. So we're actually finding... Man, oh man, we cannot find anybody today. We're having a ton of issues finding people. So we got 103 and 38. This guy's really, really good. He's also... This is actually a really good late game map as well. So we're going to go textures. Let's switch it up a little bit. What should we use? How about submarines? Let's use submarines, Tac Shooters, and banana farms. And then we get our bonus tower of a Buccaneer. Alright, so that's actually not too bad, but also not the best thing ever. Maybe I'll start off with a Buccaneer instead. do a Buccaneer start and switch to a Tac Shooter. And this is also a very, very good level 4 attack shooter. This would be a perfect level for a Ring of Fire, by the way. I don't know if you guys realize this, but a lot of people don't realize that you can actually put your Ring of Fire right, give me a second here, man. Can't afford it just yet. Put the Tac Shooter inside the middle of that lake area, which again is just kind of interesting. So we got more bananas right before round 2, absolutely perfect. And we're going to go for our Buccaneer as the first tower. So he's actually going to rush us with red balloons. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So we're actually going to pop most of these out, but we have to go all the way up to Grape Shot before anything good happens. So the good thing is this guy's not going banana farms, and he's also going ninjas, which is like, alright, perfect, absolutely perfect. No banana farms, going ninjas. There's a lot of ways we can kill this guy if we want to, because we already talked about most of the stuff that we have to deal with the Tac Shooter. I would say the biggest weakness to the Tac Shooter is probably the fact that it doesn't have any camera detection. There's no way to make him have camera detection unless you get a monkey village. So, in that sense, he has sort of a lot of weaknesses, because camera protection is like a big thing. If you're spending a lot of money trying to get that regrow rainbow rush taken care of, but somebody just regrow camo rainbow rushes you, that can change the game a lot, you know? So anyways, this guy is not really rushing us with too many hardcore things, just a few little reds and blues and something else. It looks like he's rushing us with space blues, I believe. So overall, I feel like we got this game in the bag. It's not even going to be a big deal. I'm not even going to go late game. I'm just going to rush him pretty reasonably soon. Depends if we're going to rush him with yellows or wait a little bit more. But usually what people do who are doing this is a really weird strategy that I've seen quite often. And I don't really like it. I don't really understand why people would do it. Because yes, it works against some noob players. But once you get higher level, it's not going to work against anybody. You go for a quick 4th tier ninja, 4-2, by around like 8 or 10. Make people rush you with yellow balloons, and then you go for a wizard on round 10, and then you go for a 2-3 ninja by the time you get to round 12, and then you got camel lead popping power, you got a bunch of regrow rainbow popping power with your ninja, and usually you do a really good job against most players. So I understand why people might do it, but against people like my skill level, I don't think, if this is the strategy that he's doing, it's just not going to work. I'm sorry. It just absolutely will not work. So we're going to get one more of these banana farms left. Then we're going to start getting our Tac Shooter going and everything. So he's not rushing us with any balloons right now, which is kind of interesting. So let's get the Tac Shooter. We're going to go Tac Shooter. Right there. We're going to go for a submarine, because we're also going to need cam detection over there. So we got this submarine right here. Put him right in the middle there, even though I can fit more stuff. I'm just going to put him in the most effective spot that I can find at the moment. So we got boom, boom, advanced intel. And now, really, it's just about getting a nuclear submarine on top of a Ring of Fire, all by the time we get to right around round 13. Should it be impossible? No. Should it be a little bit difficult? Yeah, it will be a little bit difficult. Especially with these leads maybe coming out against us right now. We're going to have to save up a little bit of money. Nope, still not rushing us, as you can tell. Just defending. That's all he's doing. He's just playing a defend game. So there we go. We got the nuclear sub. We're going to go submerged. We're going to go Tac Shooter up to 2-0. We're going to go all the way up to a Ring of Fire, because, of course, a lot of things you can rush with will get through a submarine. On this level, not so much, but in a lot of other levels, yeah, for sure. So we got full-on cam detection with our submarine. We got a ton of pop power with the submarine. We're going to even go crazier with a Ring of Fire on top of that. And this guy's still got pretty much nothing to defend a lot of these things. So, you know what? Screw him. We're going to make him buy his 4th tier ninja at least. There's some regrow camo leads coming out against us. Absolutely worthless. And he's going to battle energy. He does, of course, get the 4th tier ninja. And he is going to defend most of these things with the battle energy. But guess what? We're going to do a secondary, even bigger regrow camo rainbow rush. And we're going to take him down. Alright. He might rush us right now, in fact. He's going to go for a full-on rush. We're going to go suck my balls. Chicka chicka boom boom, baby. And there's the regrows, and he can't take those guys down. He actually... Did he sell his ninja to... What is he doing over there? I have no idea what he's doing over there. Very bad plays from this guy. That's all I gotta say. I think he was planning on doing a regrow rainbow rush against me, and then he realized, oh, I had subs and he couldn't do it. And he's like, oh crap, and he lost. Is that the best way to put it? So here we go, guys. The overall ranking of the Tac Shooter, I will give it a 6.5. The reason why I do that is because of camera detection. It doesn't have any way to get camera detection, and that really limits its playability in a lot of skillful battles levels. On the other hand, the Blade Maelstrom's really, really boss, and the Ring of Fire is a really good way to pop regrow rainbows. So there's two really good possibilities that you can use for the Tac Shooter, but it doesn't have that many good lower level upgrades. Even the 3-0 Tac Shooter, kind of expensive and not the best tower in most situations. It just doesn't do enough stuff. That being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, press the like button. I'd really appreciate that, and have a super duper delicious day.